Hey guys, it is me. I am here to do a movie review. So, today we're going to be talking about a YouTube original movie. It is called Bigfoot: The Lost Coast Tapes. Um so the comments below this were a little bit controversial. Personally, I'm going to be honest, I liked it. That is why I am here in typical in the woods Bigfoot movie fashion with my flannel and my boyfriend's flannel. So, we're going to talk about this. First off, I really liked it. I enjoyed I enjoyed the writing. I liked the fact that the characters made you angry, like they made you yell at them. I was yelling at the screen the entire way through it. I really enjoyed the writing. I like the fact that they did so much research into all of the different historical so-called encounters with the Sasquatch and Bigfoot and all of that good jazz. Honestly, I think that is cool. I liked it. I enjoyed the movie for multiple different reasons. I like the fact that it touched on the different native beliefs about the Sasquatch. I like the fact that it literally played into all of the different encounters and things that have been recorded that everybody believes to have been a Sasquatch. I like the fact that they're using so much. It's literally just the people who don't believe against the people who do believe, and the people who don't believe are like sitting there basically trying to tell this sweet little old man that took them into the woods for their wonderful excursion that they wanted to go on, that they're basically just calling this sweet little old man crazy when he's trying to give them proof and trying to tell them all of the information that they're asking for. Like, he is completely complying. And this old man is the most gracious host. His name in the movie was Mr. Drybeck, if I remember correctly, and he was awesome. Like, honestly, he was one of the best characters, along with the sound guy that went along with them, Kevin. He was my favorite. He was my absolute favorite. Honestly, he was the smartest one there. He actually listened to all of the information and took all of whatever proof and information that he was given directly and took it to heart and cared about what people were saying. Um, I don't like the way that they treated the energy sensitive lady the whole way through the movie. Like, the entire way through the movie, they were not cool towards her. I mean, they were, but they weren't at the same time. Like, they were being fairly mahechimally assertive towards this lovely young lady. And personally, I don't think that I would put up with that. I would be very, very annoyed by, like, day two, just because it's like a group of guys like making sex jokes about her constantly the whole way through the movie. Like, it's not cool. I wouldn't like it. I really wouldn't. Personally, I wouldn't. It wouldn't matter who I was with. Like, it well, I mean, if it was like a group of my girlfriends, it would be one thing, but like a group of guys and one of them is my ex, I would not be cool with that. I would be very, very not all right with it. Um, the whole way through this, they were basically trying to get Mr. Dryback to tell them that he is hoaxing them. And it turns out to, obviously, in the movie world, be not a hoax. So it just turned into a whole big thing. And the movie doesn't really start getting good, like really, really good, until like a quarter of the way into the movie. Once you get like a quarter of the way in, then you're good. And that's when you start getting some really good, the movie starts getting interesting and it gets really good. And you really just want to yell at them. Like, you want to scream at these people, like, listen, there's no way that these old men in the middle of the woods, like, Mr. LaRoche is, in my personal opinion, and this is a big thing for me to say because I personally do not believe that there is such thing as an expert on these topics, but Mr. LaRoche, in my opinion, in this movie would be 100% the full expert, and you barely even see him through the movie. Like, he is the, in my opinion, the smartest man about the topic that these people are covering in this entire story. And he's the one that that they talk to and get to encounter in the least. So it's very, I'm not sure. But Mr. Drybeck does end up talking about Mr. LaRoche's opinions and such about the Sasquatch community, so to speak. Personally, I liked this movie. I really liked this movie. It was really, really slow at the beginning. I didn't like the way that they talked to each other personally. I felt like some of them were really mean, but I'm gonna be honest here. Kevin, Mr. and the lovely, energetic lady, I will call her because I can't remember her name. That's awful. But yeah, the sound guy, Kevin, and Mr. Drybeck and the lovely lady were literally my three favorite characters. But that's probably because I personally found them the most relatable. Because everybody's just like, you're crazy, you're hoaxing us. And they're just like, no, proof, proof. You have the physical proof. And everybody's just like disregarding it. So yeah. I really liked them personally. Honestly, for this movie, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. I'm going to take off 2 stars specifically for the fact that the writing for the beginning of the movie, it wasn't that great. The beginning of the movie kind of sucked. I'm going to be completely honest. The start of the movie fudging sucked. It got a little bit better as it went on, but I feel like after a while, the people who are just completely skeptical the entire way through the movie should have been able to like turn these fellas around and like get them to believe a little bit throughout it, because they're getting so much evidence, and there's so much evidence that they're getting that it was not even possible for it to have been human made. So yeah, I honestly think that you need to check this movie out if you like scary movies or scary type like documentary like horror films that are obviously fiction. Or if you're just into cryptozoology and you think that it's cool, like, I honestly think that you should check this out. This would be a really, really cool watch for anybody who's, like, into the Sasquatch mythies or any of that good jazz. And if you guys have made it this far into the video, then please hit the like button over here. Please hit the subscribe button way over here and comment down below, because I want to know what you guys think after you, either before or after you go watch this movie. If you've already seen the movie, then tell me what you think down below. Tell me if you want to argue with me, because I want you to argue with me. This is going to sound stupid, but I want you guys to tell me what you think. I want to have opposing opinions because I want to see where everybody else is coming from. This is a weird trait of mine, but I don't like arguing per se, but I love to hear everybody else's point of view just so that I can try to get an understanding of why they see things that way or why they think that way. If you have a different point of view on this, then please tell me, because personally, as a spiritualist, I think that it's a good movie. I think that the writing was pretty well done. They did so much research into the backgrounds. They've used actual accounts. I can't remember my that I've heard about personally over the years and I've read about. So it's very, very enticing for me personally. Anybody who's really like into the Bigfoot mythology and stuff, or cryptozoology and all of that good jazz, you should totally check this out because you're gonna like it. Like I say, the beginning of the movie kind of sucks because it's literally just people bashing what they're about to go do, basically, and calling it a huge hoax, and then going to try to prove that this man's a hoax. But at the same time, the proof is in the pudding, fellas. Um, it's obviously a work of fiction. Honestly, it really is. It's obviously a work of fiction. And personally, I don't like the very ending of the movie either. That's why it's only 3 out of 5 stars, because the beginning and the ending both kind of sucked. The rest of it was really good though. But I'm gonna be honest here. every good horror movie, every good scary movie, in my opinion, requires somebody, anybody at all, to actually live through the ordeal to be able to leave and go tell the story and show the tapes. And especially where these guys were in like completely uncharted territory where nobody would have actually been able to find them. Like they've had such a hard time getting there and trying to find their way there. It is so extremely unlikely that they would have ever been able to. It is so unlikely that anybody would have ever found those tapes after everybody died in the forest that it's just completely unbelievable. Oh, by the way, what do you guys think of my hair? I chopped it off recently. I'm not sure if you guys want to watch the video of me chopping it off before I put the flattener serum and stuff into it so that it would decurl, but I basically took my curly hair and I chopped it off until it got into this cute little short hairstyle that I normally do. And I always cut it like this while it's curly because it's one of those haircuts that is supposed to always look good whether it is curly or straight when it's short. Um but yeah, if you guys want to watch that because I did film that, I will tell me down in the comments and I will post the video. I'm also going to be shaving my head at some point soon, and let me know if you want to watch me cut off the rest of my lovely locks that I'm gonna miss so much. So, the reason that I am going to be shaving my head soon is because I have a genetic chronic dry skin condition called psoriasis, and I have had it since I was a really little kid. It started on my scalp when I was so young I can barely even remember, but I remember it starting. It is on my neck, it is on my shoulders, it's on my back, it's on my tummy, it's on my cha-chas, it's on my legs, it's on my hips, it's on my armpits, it's on my arms, it's literally everywhere. Just these tiny little leopard print red scaly spots. And I have tried so many different things to treat my skin condition in the past. I have done so many different treatments and none of them have ever really worked. They all help a little bit, but none of them have ever like fully taken effect. But the reason why I'm going to shave my head is because it started on my scalp. So I figure if I can also treat my scalp properly without all of my hair, then I will hopefully be able to get my psoriasis to go away. I'm also going to be making some lifestyle changes. I'm going to try to quit smoking cigarettes. That's going to suck. I have to remove a lot of different things from my diet, including gluten, just to help my skin. I freaking love bread. I love to bake bread. This is gonna suck for me. So if you guys want to be, so I've done. There's a really good medical reason why I want to help myself fully fix my skin condition, but it has to do with some chronic bleeding that has been going on at certain points in time. Sometimes I lose a lot of blood a lot, and I definitely shouldn't document this. I'm not even sure why I'm telling you this, but I lose a lot of blood a lot. For the past few weeks, I have been personally losing up to 2 to 3 pints of blood every single day when I go to the bathroom. And it is not my period, it is from a different area. It is a cut that doesn't seem to want to heal, and it's getting progressively worse. And it is because my skin everywhere is very, very weak, and the weakest spots are where my psoriasis is. I am personally assuming that the reason that I keep getting these cuts in this area, these are called fissures, and some of them are a lot worse than others. But they're always in the exact same spot. And I'm assuming that it is because there is psoriasis in that specific area as well. Because, like I say, it spreads. It spreads everywhere all the time. Um, If you want to, I'm not going to get into what a fissure is. If you guys want to look that up, you go right ahead. But the fact that I am super soaking the inside of my toilet with blood until it turns until it goes from bright red to black, it's very, very concerning. Um, I've gone to the hospital a couple of different times. I've called the medical center. The medical center down here in Nova Scotia has, so our medical profession, I don't think that they take women seriously, to be honest. I don't think that the medical profession takes women seriously in general, because every single time that I have gone into the doctor about this, I have had sigmoidoscopies and stuff, but they always tell me that I'm fine. Or like anytime that I've gone in about this here lately, I am in the waiting room for so long that it's kind of ridiculous after I've been triaged and tell them what's going on. And like I'm literally almost passing out because I'm in the waiting room that long. So it's, and I, it's to a point where they literally tell me the exact same thing every time I go, like certain specific things to try to help me heal, and they don't, they do work, but they haven't been working for the last one, and it's getting bad and I'm not getting help. It's, so I'm afraid of that. That's a really scary thing for me that I have been dealing with. So I really do apologize for not updating as often as I would like to, or doing as much as I would really, really like to be able to do on our channel here lately. But I do have a lot of different things planned for us in the future. Hopefully I'm going to heal up and be able to be better to do more of this kind of stuff for us in the future. But for right now, it's just going to be movie reviews and reactions, and then we're going to get into some exploring and stuff. And I plan on getting a GoPro and taking you guys with me while I do gardening and landscaping stuff. But yeah, I plan on taking you guys with me while I go, and I plan on going and doing some paranormal investigation stuff, some exploring stuff. I'm getting in touch with some people and trying to get some interviews on the way so that we can do some interviews. I have a really well-known local Nova Scotian artist named Jim Cleveland who I'm really hoping to have an interview with soon. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but I'm gonna run out of time here soon, so I'm just gonna let you guys know that I love you, and I hope that I get to hear from you guys soon. Please like the video if you like the video. Please comment down below if you have a differing opinion from what my personal opinion of this specific movie was. Yeah, I would love to hear from you guys, anything that you want to say. Every time I hear from somebody on this channel, it literally just brightens up my entire life. I just want to let you guys know that it's really cool knowing that there are people who are interested in the kind of stuff that I am and who like to hear what I have to say. It's kind of nice. Uh yeah. But thank you so much for watching the video. If you made it this far into the video, please put a little flower emoji down in the comments section, and we will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Mwah.